doing some touring with the music side of things in Bogota, and we are downtown now, not in Candelaria. We're going there later today, and we're going to do some, today is all about the salsa, so we're going to learn to dance salsa. We're going to learn about the history of salsa and how salsa is different in Colombia from the rest of the world. So get your dancing shoes on, because I got mine on. Like old school records. We're downtown right now, and we're in like the music center area. And a lot of these streets in the side here basically used to have a market out on the streets, but the markets got wiped out by the president a number of years back. And so a lot of these stores, the places that have survived are the ones that can afford these little stalls and stores. So we went into a couple of different rock stores, and now we're in one that's all about the salsa, and Afro-Caribbean rhythm specifically, because salsa is a very vague term. There's all the record covers over here. The record player, maracas, and everything in the store is just like music, and people just clustered in here that all seem to know what they're doing and looking for. I do not. So the weather here changes in a flash. 4 seasons in one day. And right now we're going through rainy season. There's also 2 of us sharing one umbrella. The 2 biggest guys sharing one umbrella. Yeah. It's like an old school bowling alley. It's one of the originals here in Colombia. It's like a restaurant. And they still, everything's completely manual. So they reset the pins manually. You see it's like a restaurant here, and then they got a couple alleys down here. There's their pins. And you can see that guy down there, or girl down there, that actually does all the resetting after every, whatever they call it, after every square. Correction, it's after every frame. See this guy? He throws the ball back, clears the pins out, and they reset them after every frame. And the pins go back. The whole morning has basically been all about like the culture and the history and the background of salsa in Colombia. So we've been kind of visiting different areas and the different like places where they're, you know, famous DJs and like famous stores with history. And now we're having lunch at this guy, and then we're gonna go learn to dance salsa, I believe, after this. Y entonces nos vamos a poner así como iba a comprar y que ahorita sí me This is the classical soup here in Bogota, and it comes with chicken, and then you have capers on the side, and then a thing full of cream, and then you mix that, and there's corn in it, and it's made with like 5 different types of potatoes, and you get avocado and rice, and you mix it all in this bowl, and voila, and it's a delicious soup. Okay, next up is La Musiteca. And we are going to listen, oh hello friend Kitty. We're going to listen to some salsa and some artists. And I have a friend. Hello friend. Katie would be your friend. So I'm filming you. This is for Katie. This is this artist's home. We're going to learn about a little bit about the salsa and the history. Wow. Intimate.
That piano? Shakira es una chica muy inteligente, muy capaz, muy buena bailarina también y buena cantante. Pero lástima que no produce ritmos
latinos. Education.
Ella es del pop.
Alright, so we're actually touring with Bogota Salsa Tours today. That's where we spent most of our day, and that's why everything's been sort of background. It's all been based on salsa. And it's crazy the amount of actual detail in the day and everything we've been going through is unbelievable. For a music lover, I mean, you can't go wrong. Especially if you're into salsa, merengue, and all the different sort of Latin America and Cuban music. It's like blows my mind. It's so far over my head for something that I can even absorb. But we met with a music collector, and he's been collecting music for basically since he was a child. That's what his passion is, and just did a bit of a tour through some of the history of music in Bogota, and specifically more on salsa. And now we're going to learn to dance salsa, but it's been an incredible day and so incredibly detailed. If you're a music lover, the city has so much to offer. especially when it comes to salsa, and so over my head, but amazing. So we're just going through a bit of the history and here in Bogota and Colombia, and I'm trying not to film a whole bunch of children, but basically, because there's so much violence in this country, for a long time, Colombians and Bogotans, this is how they lived their life. So they lived in like a compound that was walled off where they lived, and then this was their only green area they could actually play and live. Whereas other places around the city, they couldn't go out because there was just so much violence and crime that it was just so dangerous. But now it's so different. I mean, that's not the case anymore. Of course, there's still a lot of violence. It's still a country that's so young in so many ways, and is developing so much. But it's a beautiful country, and we've only been in one city, and it's been amazing. And it's nice to see that they're being able to just explore the city again and not feel in danger everywhere they go. So you have a party bus in Colombia. You get a bunch of good radio station on, and then a couple of guys playing some classical instruments. And we are heading to a salsa class. Are you excited to go dancing?
Oh, I'm so excited. I cannot wait.
Okie dokie, we're about to learn some salsa. So now we're in the bar. I'm gonna have some cocktails and learn to dance, because with dancing you need to loosen up a little bit, so we're gonna enjoy a little bit of dance time and then take her from there. We have learned how to dance, and now we are at the Galeria Cafe Libro, which is right by our hotel, which is really nice, and we are going to practice that while dinner. This place is super cool, has a really funky vibe to it. And then on the inside they've got a whole dancing area, so we're gonna go in there and do some dancing. And now that we've practiced and we're experts at dancing,
we are like gonna be competing very soon.
You'll see us on TV soon.
We're gonna be in the world competition of salsa dancing.
100%, 100%. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Be sure to subscribe up here. Check out our most recent other videos over here, or subscribe to our other channel over here.